Hey guys, what is happening, and welcome to the 17th episode of my Modern Warfare Remastered Annihilation series. We are on to the 17th episode and we are on to a new category of weapons. We finished off with the Fang 45 for the last SMG rifle for the moment, and that was in the last episode number 16. And yeah, if you want to go back and watch them, I've got all the episodes stacked up in a playlist on my channel. If you go to the homepage on my channel, you'll see the Modern Warfare Remastered Annihilation series. You can go back and watch all the episodes so far if you wish to. But today we are on to a new category. We're on to sniper rifles, and it is the M40 which takes first place. And always on this game, the M40 takes first place for me. We are on a map that I honestly, since the maps came out, I've hardly managed to put together a good game. And I was so happy jumping onto this game when I did. I've had this save for a little while, as you can see from my prestige. I'm not even sure what prestige that is. It might be like 16th or 17th. I'm on to 20th now. But I had this gameplay and I saved it because I wanted to use it. Try to avoid the fact that I do pick up a couple of other weapons, because majority of the time I end up switching back to the M40 anyway. But yeah, it was nice to get a gameplay on a different map. You see so much stuff on YouTube with Block, Countdown, not Block, Bog, Countdown, Wet Work, Vacant, all them types of maps. So it's nice to be able to get one, especially on the DLC maps. To most of you guys, these maps were already in the game, you were quite used to them. But yeah, on to the M40, and wow, there's so much you can talk about with this gun. It's a ridiculous gun, and it started off interest for a lot of people who were wanting to post gameplay. And I think it really starts to originate from people who first made videos on YouTube. Obviously there was stuff post COD 4, prior to COD 4, that people posted up, but mainly COD 4 is where people first started seeing stuff being uploaded. Bear in mind the quality was very poor videos and stuff, but Grizz, for those of you that don't know him, ZZIR Grizz, he was the first person really to start using the sniper in videos, and was absolutely tearing, doing ridiculous things, spinning around, no scopes, collaterals, triples, all sorts of good stuff. And the M40 was sort of the centre part of how that came about, and the gun was insane on COD 4, and it's still very good on this game as well. But on the original COD 4, there was such a major thing with this gun that made it different from any other gun on the game. And as many of you know, the ACOG just had some sort of enhanced damage. You could hardly ever get a hit marker with it, and it just became so popular to use, one shot in all the time, being able to quick scope, and it was so enjoyable to use. And I think that sort of leads us a little bit to where we've been left with the gun on this game, because you use the ACOG now, they've nerfed that. Obviously the game was remastered, the maps still look the same and stuff, and they all have the same dimensions because they've carried over that stuff. But in terms of the way the game plays and the weapons and stuff, and the hit markers and stuff like that, it is completely different. And a lot of people don't use the M40 with the ACOG anymore. They prefer the reg scope because it's more precise, and so it has led to a little bit of a change in the way people play and the way people use this gun. But it is still so popular to use. We've just had a new sniper released on the game actually now, but for me personally, I'm going to say now, M40 is better for me. I just find it so much better to use. It's so smooth to use as well. As you see, I'm quite confident in just sniping. It's probably, you know, one of the only snipers on the game, apart from maybe the Barrett, that I'm happy to just run and gun with and really attack a spawn with as well. And it's just so enjoyable to use. You can see here, nice and easy. It's a very steady. You've got 5 bullets in there. What would be lovely and what would be superb on this game is if we would be able to, you see there, nice little streak there, nice little 3-piece, was if we were able to have extended mags. That would just be a dream, because 7 bullets, 8 bullets, whatever you would get on this would just be phenomenal. I'd just really enjoy that. But I don't think they're going to bring anything like that into this game in terms of like different sights and stuff like that. But as you can see here, we're having no problems at all with this gun, and it's nice that you can just get that quick 1 bullet reload in as well. But I have used the ACOG a little bit on this. If you look at some of my montages that I've released, you'll be able to see that I'm using the ACOG. I used the ACOG a little bit more at the start, but then when I realised that the red scope was going to be the way forward, I just carried on using that, and yeah, it's led to some nice stuff. on the original game I didn't really use the rig scope as much. If you go back and watch some of my very old videos, it was ACOG dominated most of the time. It was crazy the stuff that you could hit with it. People were hitting quads, all sorts of stuff, stacking all the time, because you literally just felt like you couldn't miss with that gun. It was ridiculous. But I may go back onto the original COD 4 at some point and do a little comparison video, but I think a lot of people have done that sort of thing already, so it's a little bit dry. But as you can see in this gameplay, we're 33 and 4 at the moment, absolutely tearing. We picked up a Fang as well, just being careful, trying to mind some streets, but we've got another chopper waiting to come in as well. But what I liked about this, I think because some of the people playing these maps don't know them as well, I've got a little bit of an upper hand on these maps. And to be honest with you, Creed could actually be a very good map if people played it a bit more often. The problem that you get on maps like this is you get a lot of people hide underneath in the tunnel, and you get some people just literally sit in the spawn, and because the spawns are so far away from where you are, look where I'm spawning here, to get to like the other side of the map is just ridiculous. It is so big. But I remember having some decent games on ground war, and I also remember being able to do some bounces. I did a shot just here actually, where we are now, where I jumped off of that one of them fence bits and bounced off and scoped across the map. But what I will say with this gun now, I don't feel like I want to do the trick shots and stuff. I feel like I did enough of that sort of stuff on the original game, but it's very nice to be able to use a sniper again that I feel very confident to use. I feel like I can command a game using just a sniper, even if I don't use a sidearm with it at all. Because ever since the original Call of Duty 4 came out, I had other games, Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, where I liked snipers. I did like the intervention and stuff like that, but I felt like I didn't have that control and command. Oh my god, missing so many shots there on that guy, and that guy's getting knifed. Get that throw back in, and we hit marked it. Yeah, but since that game, I just don't feel like I was able to find a game with a sniper that I could really use, and it just faded off and off and off. So I was so glad when I got this game back that I was able to relive and reuse this sniper and really enjoy using it as well, because I do use this gun a lot of the time. What I will be honest with you is that I haven't sniped as much as I would before, and all I'm saying there is that I'm just not sniping 100% of the time. But I do use the sniper a lot in this game, and I still enjoy it. And to be able to have done, when was the original game? Almost 10 years. It must be about 10 years now since the original Call of Duty 4 came out. To be able to go back and use a gun and still enjoy it as much as I am is just remarkable, really. There's some sort of bad addiction for me, and a lot of other people who play this game that just they love using the sniper, and I think there's something just very infectious about this gun. It's got such a good balance, and like I said, I'm using extreme conditioning on here, and I didn't used to use extreme conditioning as much because no scoping used to be such a big thing on the original game, and I used to just go for no scopes all the time. So at the start of the game, every map I would go for a no scope across the map. I wouldn't go to like try and hunt down a team or anything like that. So it's strange. It's very strange that you're not able to play it in exactly the same way, and people just play this game different. People have improved at Call of Duty. People have a lot of experience on Call of Duty games, so it's nice to play with this gun but use it in a different way as well. So that's basically what I'm trying to do, the general gist of what I'm trying to say. As you see in this game, we've played a very nice game here, and you can see the confirms are absolutely racked up to the top, 55 to 20. We're absolutely annihilating them at the moment, and this was on a double XP and double depot as well, which makes it even better because lots of credits and lots of XP as well. I've surpassed the 55 mark as well now on Prestige 20, so it's nice to be able to go past that. It's the furthest I've ever gone on any game, really, and I'm not surprised because I knew I would play this game into the ground as soon as I got it, to be honest. So yeah, we're not too far from wrapping up to the end of this one. Like I said, we've had some new guns come in, and luckily they've fallen quite nicely for this series because we're going through the snipers now, but the sniper's been added, so we can add that one into the playlist when we get to it. Then we've got a new shotgun and a new LMG as well, so they're all categories that I haven't covered yet, so it's nice. It's good that sort of worked out quite smoothly for us, and I really want to push forward with this series. I keep saying this all the time, but working stuff around my life. Sometimes I'm just not motivated. Sometimes I'll make the commentary, but I just won't render the video, and I know that's really poor to say, but sometimes things just get in the way, and especially when you've got a family and stuff, it does creep up on you, and you're not able to get as much done as you want to. But generally, I do want to get things done, and I've actually got a new montage coming out very soon. I'm waiting on a couple more clips, but I think after that you might seem to see a little bit of a change in the way I play. I'm really enjoying using regular guns as well. So we will see what happens. But anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, any thoughts on the M40 yourselves and experiences that you have, please drop them in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day and enjoy whatever you are doing. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Oh, so just short of your half century.